Got Andrew in the house. Check it out. So y'all got me in trouble last time with all that talk, see? Got me in trouble with a wife. Had to sleep on the couch. Telling me, man. Y'all killing me. It's killing me. Alright, let's get everything pulled up. See who we got in the house tonight. Computer's running a little bit slow. So it's gonna be a little bit behind. But anyway, we're just gonna hang out tonight. Live from the DOGG HOUSE, as Andrew likes to say. So whatever's on your mind, we'll go ahead and talk. So we did do a little bit of work today. We got this. Was it today or yesterday?
When?
Yesterday, wasn't it? With the 65.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, it was yesterday. So we got a little bit of work done yesterday on the 65 and on a neighbor's vehicle that I think you guys are going to love. So I'm probably going to put that video out tomorrow. So stay tuned. It's something different, something that we don't usually have on the channel. Did I sleep in the shop? Yeah, pretty much, man. Y'all got me in trouble last time with all that talk, man. Me and the wife ended up getting in a fight. I mean, there's been talks of divorce. It's pretty serious. So thank you guys so much for everything that you do. I'm joking. Everything's cool. I do like to sleep on the couch a little bit though. Time to time. We got a TV out here, right? Right. What's going on, Sparks? Jimmer, what's up? Hi from Disney World. Oh, I hear you, man. You're at Hope the family's doing well. Question for you: your channel set up as kid friendly. For some reason, I can't get notifications when you're live. Because it says your channel is kid friendly. I don't know on that. I'll look into that. That may be why the lives aren't getting out as much as well. Is that right there?
Can you read it from that far away?
Oh, Andrew getting old. Andrew's getting old, guys. Let me get this thing popped out here. There we go. T-Top Thomas, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Good looking out, brother. So what's going on, everybody? Like I said, we're just hanging out tonight. Really no agenda, to be completely honest with you. Just figure we talk, maybe answer a couple questions. We got the expert in the house. This dude can fix anything if you don't know.
Yep, I can.
All right, so all questions will be directed to Andrew tonight. Y'all hit him with some good stuff.
I'll give you an answer. It just might not be right, but you can get an answer.
Oh yeah, you'll get an answer for sure. All right, so let's see what we got. Ford takeover time. Ready? Yes.
Us too.
Yeah, man, we are. Sorry, I know that's loud. Yeah, we are ready for Ford takeover. Man, I'm so ready. We did put the wheels on the retro. So I'll take you guys out there tonight before we end the video and show you the retro Fox with the 18s on it. Looks pretty good. To be honest with you, it doesn't look as good as I thought it would, but it looks pretty good nonetheless. And yeah, we're probably going to take the retro to Ford takeover. What's going on, everybody? Yo, we got trolled. Yeah, baby. What's going on? I love getting kicked out to the man cave. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, man. Damn. Who gets the squirrel in the divorce? Donnie B. That squirrel is long gone, man, by now. Let's see. I think it's time for me to get a New Edge again. I'm not really a New Edge fan, but I would like to have an SN like a 94, 95. Definitely would.
I like the edges if they're like Mach 1s or Cobras.
Yeah, Mach 1s or Cobras.
I think they have their place though as decent because they're decent. They're pretty cheap for like a daily driver. You can put some exhaust on.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, bro, could you recommend a good pedestal mount roller rocker, or would you recommend machining stock heads? No, I would not worry about going stud mount. Scorpion rockers are good. The problem you're going to run into right now is you're going to have trouble finding pedestal mount rockers. That's the problem you're going to run into. But
everything's on back order. I just ordered a set of wheels for something else, and it's 6 weeks back ordered.
Yeah. So honestly, about whatever you can get your hands on. I've had good luck with Proform and stuff like that over the years. I don't know if they even make a pedestal mount, but I think they
sometimes you can
used
find
to.
the old crane cams one on eBay.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive though, but
Yeah.
the Energizers, those things work good. Let's see, what's up, South Louisiana? Finally caught the beginning of a live stream. Well, welcome, man. Glad to have you. So Uncle George says, what's up? I just want to say thanks for the inspiration. I'm working on my first Fox 90 LX with a Celine kit. Just wanted to say thank you. Well, Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Glad we could help and inspire. Andrew's in the house. Where's the little Debbie cakes? Got to be eating something. Yeah.
I just ate Airheads.
He just ate Airheads.
It was good too.
I'm telling you, man, that's what we do. I never get any notifications. So, do we have a notification issue? Don't put your settings on kid friendly. I mean, I don't put them on kid friendly. If they're on there, it's not because I did it. Chum Lee, what's up, man? I ain't heard that in a while.
What did you say?
Smitty's bad called you Chum Lee.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since
Yeah.
that nickname came around.
Yeah, you know. Let's see. Favorite little Debbie snack. Question for Andrew.
The peanut butter cream pies are the best.
Yeah, I would have to say mine are the little Debbie peanut butter wafers, chocolate wafers. What are they called?
Oh, I always called them Nutter Butters. I don't think that's
Yeah,
the name.
yeah, it's like a Nutter Butter, yeah, something like that. I like those. Let's see. Yes, nitrous talk. Thinking about putting a kit on my coupe. Sean says.
Do it.
Andrew says, do it.
The only thing that's aggravating about it is get about at least 3 bottles
Yeah.
if you're gonna race it halfway regularly, because it's a pain to go out of your way to drop them off. Sometimes, a lot of times, you gotta leave them overnight so they can freeze the bottles. If they're not already frozen and blah blah blah.
Yeah, you definitely need to have a couple bottles for sure. At least 2 bottles if you're going to do it. Don't just rely on 1 bottle.
On a 150 shot, really pouring the heat to it, you probably get 6 good hits out of it, and you can tell.
Yeah.
After about 3 hits, you can tell a difference in the bottle pressure of how long it takes to heat it up.
Let's see. I thought I was going to be able to make it a Ford takeover, but I haven't healed from my auto accident yet. Damn, Jerry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know nothing about that, man. I hope you're doing all right, though. Hope you're getting better at least. Ford Matt 77. Everybody got to hit that like button. Thank you so much, Ford Matt. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. Thank you all so much. You know you don't have to give. But I do appreciate it for sure. Lamar Richardson says Nutter Butter. Yep, that's it. Cookies and cream brownies. War Admiral 363 will do, man. We got War Admiral in the house. So he says that he never seen any notifications. Probably why I missed most of the lives. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I'll look into it and see. But that may be it, because I have so many people say the same thing. They never get notifications for the lives.
I got one.
Did you get one? So see, Andrew got one. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what
I don't know if they didn't hit the bell or whatever. You might have to hit the bell for live streams.
Yeah, so how about we do this? We've got like 96 people watching right now. And I know that's not like a lot, but if you guys don't mind, maybe after the live stream or something, go in and just check, see if your notification bell is clicked for my channel, because I have a lot of people say that they don't get notifications. So maybe that's what's going on. All right, I have a question for you, please, sir. Frank James says, I have an 87 GT that is a stalker. I want to keep it stocked, but really needs front seats. How are those doing from LMR? They're doing great. I absolutely love the seats. I'm not that big of a fan of the gray seats that they sell. To me, they don't match good enough. I like the black. The black looks good if you got black interior. You can't go wrong with those. I'm just not that big of a fan of the gray.
They are good quality, though.
Yeah, they're very good quality seats. But, yeah, man, I mean, they're great seats. Appreciate the video with Matt at Leach going over some Terminator X software stuff. Yes. So, Donnie B, man, that was my pleasure to bring that. We actually have part 2 coming. I don't know, maybe this weekend. I'll just put it out. But, Matt is just, man, he's phenomenal. He's exceptional when it comes to this stuff. Cody as well. I mean, he's learning. Just great group of guys. A lot of you have worked with Matt in the past, and you know what I'm talking about. This dude knows his stuff. He's amazing, man.
He's the real deal.
Yep. Andrew, why are you in a high chair? How's it going, fellas? Going good? Let's see. Proform does make 1.6s and 1.7s. I thought so. That's what's actually on the Project Fox is 1.6 Proforms, I'm pretty sure. And they work fine. Y'all know anything about Plasti Dip? Yeah. I'm actually not all against Plasti Dip, to be honest with you. There's a time and a place for it. Like if you want to experiment, this is what I like about Plasti Dip. If you want to experiment and you want to know, okay, how would this look like a satin black, but you don't want to pay the money to powder coat it or actually paint it because you're not sure if you like it yet, then Plasti Dip it first. There's nothing wrong with that. James wants to know how the Arctic Fox is.
Good. Just put a Papa T's old Trim It 3550 in it about 2-3 days ago.
Yeah. Yep. So it's got a 3550 in it now, and getting ready for boost at some point. Everybody tell Andrew, like, he's got so much money in his bank account right now, guys. I mean, he's sitting on like 30-40K.
Oh.
And tell him to go ahead
I think I misplaced it.
You know what it is. But Andrew does need some boost on this car, seriously, on a white car. So
It's gonna get it.
guys, talk him into it.
I've really been looking at those Torque Storm blowers. I actually saw a 5th gen Camaro with a Torque Storm blower on it the other day.
Those things are out there.
It wasn't finished tuning yet, so he didn't get on it at the track or nothing. But
all right, let's go ahead and skip down here a little bit. Sup, man? Let's see. You got my notification. Okay, so you got your notification. Too bad I'm at work. All of Leech guys are phenomenal. Yes, they are. Thanks, man. A huge fan of your content. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frank. I do appreciate it. Hey, man, my question. TKO 600 in my 91 does not like to shift in reverse while it's running. Should I start with the cable? You can try. I don't think the TKOs are reverse synchronized.
they aren't.
Okay, so any transmission, if you guys don't know, any transmission that's not reversed synchronized, doesn't have synchronizers for reverse, you're gonna have to go to like 5th gear and then pull down into reverse. Sometimes you have to go to 5th, let off the clutch a little bit, and then go to reverse.
I don't know I say that. I know the 3550s aren't.
It may be,
which means
but
the 500s probably aren't, but the 600s may be.
600 may be. I'm not sure on that, guys. But my point is, if you are having trouble with that, always go up into a forward gear and then go into reverse. But I mean, yeah, man, you can start with adjusting the cable. It may help. Pro Charger, everybody says. Pro Charger. I'm ready to see some Arctic Fox content. You want to see the slowest car in the world? That's fine, man. We can do that. Like, we can probably just go out there and video a snail for right now.
No.
Paint it white. Same thing. Nah. We're going to get some content on Andrew's car here pretty soon. All right, so War Admiral says, to answer the question from the other night, 2 Mac Pro Chamber H pipes. So you have 2 Mac Pro Chamber H pipes. Dude, those are like gold, man.
Yeah, man.
Those are gold for sure.
I was trying to look and see if they were reverse synchronized real quick. But
Yeah, I've intentionally changed my settings to see lives and never till tonight receive notifications. Oh, okay. Rusty Fox Body, thank you so much. He says that I have a 93 hatch, mostly stock cams, intake, exhaust gears. I want to do a 351 swap with a carb just to experience a carb. The car rips now, but I want more. Man, if you set that carburetor up right, you'll love it. There's something to be said about a good carburetor setup. It takes a little bit of time to tweak it out and get it tuned. Actually, probably a lot more than people think, but it's not hard. It's just you need to do a little bit of reading, do some understanding. But yeah, man, a 351 with a set of heads and a carburetor is going to be quick. You would enjoy that.
mm-hmm. Just like a 302 though, the heads kill them. So
you
won't see like an enormous power difference just going from the 302 to 351. You have to put heads on it, but that end will support a lot more.
Yeah.
Stock.
So Donnie B says V3 with Heritage, Andrew. Tried and true and proven. You know where to get one, he says.
Yeah, I know it, man. I really like the way yours sounds.
Yeah.
It's a must to have the Heritage gears, though.
I agree.
I don't understand why anybody wouldn't buy one without them.
I agree completely. Unless you just got a bone stock, like super stock car.
Unless you're trying to keep it super quiet, but who wants a quiet supercharger?
Yeah.
That's like getting mad that your roots blower whines. That's like the whole point of putting it on there.
I'll be honest with you though, like if on the Project Fox, like since it's AOD and it's like an everyday driver, or hopefully gonna be like an everyday driver, I could put like a non-Heritage on that, just something to. Trust me, guys. You don't always want a Heritage with the loud gears.
Yes,
no, you don't. I promise you. It's got its place on a rowdy car with a cam, but outside of that, I just want quiet. Don't listen to Andrew. He'll get you in trouble.
If you want quiet, go buy a Honda Civic.
Or just go buy like your little white coupe.
Yeah, that too.
It's about the same thing as a Honda Civic. Somebody said something here. Hold on.
I appreciate the compliment.
Yeah. What does Andrew think of the 3550? He likes them.
I like the 3550. It's a very notchy transmission, but it just like anything else, The transmission itself is notchy, but you can get a shifter that'll help out with it. But you're not just, it's not a T5 and you're not going to push it towards third gear and it go in. That ain't how it works. You got to muscle it in there, but I like them.
Andrew Waltz says, nope. Well, he says Turbo Fox for the win, but that's not. Robert Anderson says, is a 347 stroker better than a 351? No,
not
it's
really.
It's all cubic inches, guys.
Cubic inches is cubic inches.
That's all that matters. Cubic inch, like you said, is cubic inch.
Depending on the parts, how far you want to go with it. You know, if you put like a bunch of good parts in it where you can spin it to 7,500 RPM and you're on a stock rotating cylinder in the 351, and but apples for apples, no.
Nah, man, just go with it. Honestly, you're probably better off just going with a 351 over building a 347, unless that's what you got, and it's just easier to order the kit. There's really no difference. Richard Holdner does a lot of that.
Somebody said something about an Eagle kit up there.
Yeah, I saw that. We got Zeb in the house, Wiznat Racing. Says Yellow Wolf goes next Tuesday to get tuned on E85 with smaller pulley and a new 3.2 Kenny Bell. So if you guys don't know, Wiznat Mustangs, Wiznat Racing, they actually now have my old 03 Cobra or 04 Cobra Yellow Wolf. So they have it now. So we'll find out what that thing makes. And you can check them out over on YouTube. Zeb, you have a channel over there. What's the channel name if they want some more information?
Sure, Wiznat Racing.
Is it Wiznat Racing? I guess so. I mean, it's on here. Okay, yeah, so it looks like it's Wiznat Racing. I guess that's the one he posted under. Let's see. 3550 is a great trans. A raccoon just went past the Calypso.
Probably a cat.
Yeah, a cat or a raccoon. There's no telling.
Maybe you can come here, we can make friends with it. Capture it.
Capture it. Name it George.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fastang says that he prefers Scat over Eagle.
I do too. If I was to buy any kind of cast crank rotating cylinder for a stroker, I would buy a Scat because most of their stuff comes with the 9000 series cranks, and they are awesome. Good. They are the best cast crank money can buy.
You can make, man, these guys made serious power on these cast
keep
cranks.
the RPMs down on them, like to a certain extent, they'll last for a really long time.
What's going on? Andrew Hanlon in the house, Hanlon Motorsports. What's going on? Kelly Williams in the house. Benny, sell me the Fox. Is Benny in here? Yep, there's Benny right there. Tootie looking good. Oh, that's so sweet, Andrew. So if you guys don't know, Andrew's nickname is Tootie Bug. So, yeah, he don't really care
it's
anymore.
True.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. That's what his mommy calls him. So, no, it has...
That's my street name.
He says, no, it has sentimental value, so he'll be holding on to it. That's your street name, is Tootie Bug?
Yeah.
Let's see. Thoughts on the new Mach 1 to add to the fleet? Man, I love the new Mach 1s. They're nice. They really are. They're beautiful cars, man.
They are a little overpriced to me, but to not really have a whole lot more power. But
yeah, everything's pretty much overpriced right now, so it is what it is. But I love them. They're beautiful cars, and I honestly, I do believe that at some point, if you care, that car will probably be worth a little bit of money.
Yeah, I agree.
I really do think it will. I would definitely hold on.
But I'm also cheap, and everything that's newer than like a 2005 is overpriced to me.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the new Mach 1. Fox Body FX says, I bought a 347 kit from Coast High Performance back 20 years ago. The Striker kits weren't as plentiful back then. Yep, definitely. Let's see. Yeah, I got you, Frank. I knew what you meant. I have a Eagle Crank 347 I got 20 years ago, still in the box. Really, Lamar?
Oh, Lord.
You got to be kidding me. All right, so I guess I'll go ahead and ask this tonight because I'm going to need it coming up here pretty soon. Does anybody have any really nice red seats? I think somebody might have messaged me or something, and I think I lost the email. But I need some really need some high back seats, but I would take some low backs. I wouldn't fuss about it.
If you have 5 sets, we'll buy all of them.
Yeah, we want some red interiors, some red tweed seats.
I need a red high back seat for my black car.
Yep. Let's see. Appreciate the response. I'll get the 331 instead. Yeah, man, just go with the 331. There's really no point, in my opinion. There's nothing wrong with the 347, but You know, man, I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of jaded because of all the negative stuff through the years with 347, you know, wearing out the cylinder walls and sides of the pistons and you name it, it'll do it, right? If it's not notched enough, it can hit the bottom of the
Then
cylinder.
the 331, you ain't got to pay the machine shop to notch the cylinders because they don't hit.
Exactly. I mean, just 331s just seem to run so good. I got red interior, Lino says. Daytona.
Okay.
I don't know if it's for, you know, Alvarez. So you have red interior for sale, or are you just telling us that you have red interior and you're rubbing it in our face? I mean, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean,
Because if it is for sale.
because if
then,
it's for sale, you can always retrofit a pair of red seats from the. I do like that. I really do, but probably not in this car, man. I just really want to go back completely factory on the interior with the seats and stuff. But I agree with you, man. That looks awesome. Those red leather seats, oh, those things are so loud. They pop. He says he's got them and they're for sale.
Really?
He says both.
Oh.
Format 77
How
says,
much?
yeah, how much? So Format 77 says, how hard is it to make convertible seats to recline?
I don't know.
Ooh, bro, I don't know nothing about that. You know, I'm not really a convertible guy anyway, so.
We did have one convertible, and that seat was fine good. I mean, it wouldn't stop, so we had to put a tire behind the seat, but
Yeah, we had
it
to
reclined.
It reclined real good. I think I fell over into the back seat that
you
night
did.
driving it home. It was bad. It really was. Would you sell some of your pony wheels? Can't do it, man. Look, guys, I can't sell any of these wheels and stuff. We have so many projects and stuff going on. Matter of fact, I'll take you guys around in a minute and show you. Like, we've already swapped wheels again today. So, not only on the Retro, but on the Calypso as well. Man, we just rotate these wheels out. I like to keep all this stuff because you never know what kind of project we'll have. Hey, I need a red driver's seat. No, Timothy. You have to wait. You are in line. You're at least third in line right now, right? Yeah, but seriously, guys, let us all know if you have any red
I
interior.
have or I need.
He says, "Hey, I need a
Need.
red driver's seat."
Yeah, me too, buddy.
Yeah, Andrew does too. So you don't have to have the cylinders notched when building a 331. No, you can. I mean, just for the extra clearance. But as far as
Not
I've
necessary.
ever seen it, you don't have to do it with a 331. I think some people do it anyway, but I don't think it's
There's
not
no need,
necessary. Well, it might be.
But with a stock
Stuff
stroke
happens.
crank, it shouldn't matter.
All right, Donnie B says, I have an extra set of sport seat, red tweed seats for my 87 in my buddy's shop. Not sure the logistics would work, though, going to Alabama. Donnie B, we can make a trip, brother. Yeah. Donnie B, are you coming to Ford Takeover? We definitely need to. I know.
Was it Pennsylvania? Or was that Hamlin?
No, where are you at, Donnie B? I can't remember. I mean, I get everybody so turned around on where you guys
I'll go
are
get
at.
him.
Andrew said he'll go get them.
Me, I'll go.
How's the fastback coming and future plans? Cody asked. The fastback's moving along really quick, guys. I'm impressed. We've got the T5 in it. So there was a mishap with that. And why are you laughing, man? Oh yeah,
I tried to tell him.
say that word.
Illinois.
Say it again.
Illinois.
No, I'll say what you just said.
Illinois. Is it more than one? Which one
You
do you
said
live
Illinois.
in? That ain't that bad. Neil might can pick him up.
Yeah. I'm sure Neil would love to just make a trip for us and go do that. All right. So we had a little incident with the 65. It's something I just talked to you guys about too. I feel like an idiot. It is what it is. There's nothing I really could have done. So we got the T5 and the 65. Everything went great, went wonderful. Shifts great. Just has a slight vibration when you rev it up now. Slight. Yeah, we put the wrong flywheel in the car. So knowing better, I knew better. I just completely forgot about it, guys. I just thought I was building one for 302 and putting it all together, and I put a 50-ounce flywheel in the car. So I don't exactly know how I'm going to cover it in the video because I don't want to detract from the video, from what we're trying to do there. And I don't know how I'm going to cover it in the video. Either I'll just completely nix that and take it out of the video altogether when it comes to any of the flywheel talk, or either I don't know how I want to handle it. It's one of those things that's really hard, because if you address it too early on, or if somebody catches it early on, they're not going to focus on the video. It's just going to be all about that, right? So I don't know how I'll handle it just yet, but yeah, it happens. I mean, it's not a big deal. We'll just pull everything out. I got a flywheel that'll be here in the morning, so I'll go ahead and put the new 28 ounce. I didn't drive the car or anything, but I revved it up a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that's not good. And it hit me. I was like, you dumbass, you put the wrong flywheel in this car. So, yeah, man, it happens. It happens. So how's the engine coming for the 1K Fox? Guys, I really don't know. I hadn't heard from the machine shop yet. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to run the cam that we have the Trick Flow Stage 1, and I don't think it's going to work. It's just not a small base circle cam, obviously. I think a stock cam will work, though. Stock cam should work, and I'm good with putting a stock cam back in it, so we may just do that. What's the value of a 93 Cobra 36,000 miles sitting in a tractor trailer box for 20 years? Name your price, Chuck.
Yeah.
Name your price, man. If it's in good shape, sky's the limit, dude. Honestly.
What color is it? Just out of curiosity.
That car could go from 40,000 to 70,000. I mean, who knows?
The teal ones are typically worth the most, but the black ones are also hard to find. But the paint's in good shape too, because black shows everything.
Yeah, who knows? Could set up transport to Alabama. Pimp says. Yeah, we all need to figure out something out. We got to have us some red seats, guys. Mike Shraminsky in the house. Put a C4 in the turbo car. Junk. Nothing but problems. Should have learned from you.
I didn't have no problems out of mine.
You see how he looked at the camera? Did you see that? You see this? This is what makes me mad about Andrew. Is like, I didn't have any problems with it. Like, I don't know what y'all's problem is.
Yeah,
I don't know. I truly don't know what happened with that. Andrew can't tell you.
Was it automatic or a manual valve body? Curious.
I'm sure it was manual, but yeah, man, we had nothing but trouble on my car either. But I do love a C4, and we will get that thing fixed and probably put it back into Calypso at some point. As ridiculous as that sounds to you guys, to us, we have to have content and things like that, and it's something to do. So it's something to play with. So we'll probably put that C4 in the Calypso again at some point. But just right now, this TKX is freaking mint, man. That thing's awesome. Let's see. What about an 89 2.3 that's straight? I know one of those. 1,200 seems like a decent price to me. Yeah, absolutely, man. 1,200 bucks. Sure. If it's straight, absolutely, it's worth that. I'm glad you said black, because it's, yes, new in 93. So Donnie B says, hey, Pimp, if things work out, y'all know how to get a hold of me. Cool. Donnie B, we'll definitely be getting up with you at some point about this stuff.
You bought it new in 93, you still got it.
That's awesome, man. I've got a good buddy that lives near Athens. If you want those seats, I'm willing to help out. That's pretty cool, man.
You going to Ford Takeover?
Yeah, in Athens, Alabama. Where's Athens, Alabama?
I think it's a kind of northwest Alabama, if I remember, if I'm thinking about it right.
Yeah, we may have to work something out on that. It was like, I know, like, I'm really trying to make this Project Fox as nice as I can, so a set of seats would definitely help. And they're okay seats. Well, the passenger seat's actually fine, which of course. Driver's seat looks good, man. It's just got those tears in it. And then Andrew needs a driver's seat as well. Let's see. Locks up in second gear when it gets hot. That sounds like a line pressure issue or something, or a servo issue. Could be a servo issue. So Mike, locks up in second when it gets hot.
Sounds like the band's toast.
But it shouldn't lock up, though.
Yeah.
Shouldn't
But if the band's too tight.
Yeah, it could be. Band could be too tight, or it could be a servo sticking issue. Man, I know a little bit about them, but not a lot.
They're rocket science, man. I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man.
I never had to adjust on mine, or I probably would have destroyed it.
So he says manual with a
trans brake.
With a trans brake.
I saw that.
Yeah. Okay. Locks up in second gear, man. I don't know on that, dude. We did have it lock up on us, but it was because the shifter was kind of getting caught in between. Now, I will say this. That's something I'm sure you're completely aware of, Mike, but you've got to set these shifters up perfectly on these transmissions. Like there's no wiggle room in there whatsoever. So make sure that your shifter's set correctly. Even if you think it's set up correctly, check it again and check it again. They're horrible about coming out of adjustment and things. I'm not saying that's your problem, but definitely want to loop. He says it's junk. Fun as hell when it works right, though. 100%, guys. If you've never driven a good auto car with a stall, a manual valve body, or even just a shift kit, man, they're fun.
It is effortless fun.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Scroll up if you get time to answer my question. Christian says, I will try. Sorry. What's that? Says I would need bigger injectors since I don't. What is that? 2 of 2. What is that?
Did he send 2 messages or something?
I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, guys. We're trying to read this. Let's see. Looking to do a top end kit. I'll basically down to my areas 700 plus bigger injectors. I don't, man. If you're just doing a top end kit, man, you don't even really need 24s. If you're doing, I say that I have to be careful because okay. If you're doing a like let's say a AFR like 165 head or something, right? Or you're doing an SVE head. That's a good example. You're doing a B cam and some headers. Guys, 19-pound injectors are just fine. Okay, you should not need 24, anything bigger than 24-pound injectors for what you're doing if it's just a top end kit. So you can elaborate more if you'd like. Frank James says like and subscribe. Absolutely, guys. B-Rad, what's the best auto to put in a Fox for bracket racing? Man, a Power Glide, a C4, a Turbo 400, Turbo 350 is.
Power Glide.
It really doesn't matter, man. It's all preference, really.
People want to die on the big end bracket racing.
How to fix gap only on one side of the rear hatch? Man, that's kind of tough on that. You just have to play around with the hatch, loosen it up, and there is some adjustment in there. Sometimes, be careful. Once again, I hate saying stuff like this, but sometimes you can actually grab the hatch and they are tweaked somehow or another. Either somebody's closed it on something and they're actually tweaks. So sometimes you can actually grab them and tweak them back.
Or people like me put vice grips on them and they sit like this right here when you got them open every time.
Yeah, so they'll stretch and sag and things like that. But just there's adjustment up there, man. Get after it and see for yourself. Let's see. Brutal, have you had any experience with any face-plated transmissions in the past? I want to try one since I only drag race my Fox now, thinking face-plated at TKO 500, but behind a 347 with a 150 shot maybe. All right, VRM.
Mine has a face-plated transmission.
Andrew's a nitrous car, face-plated as well, and which we really can't elaborate on this because you've not driven it but 4 or 5 times. So, but Neo will tell you that that's the way to go. It really is. If you're going to be out there drag racing and you want a manual still, yeah, I think that's the way to go. All right. TJ Moulton, thank you so much. Did 5 lug swap and new control arms with new torque boxes. Now I have a vibration when I push in the clutch above 50 mile an hour. That's going to be an input shaft.
Yeah, it sounds like input shaft.
Yeah. Did 5 lug swap and new control arms with new torque boxes.
And it wasn't before.
Yeah. Now I have a vibration when I push the clutch in. Okay. So, TJ, this is my thing here. It doesn't seem to be related if you push the clutch in and you're getting a vibration because that should have nothing to do with, like, if there was a problem with something that you did, it would have the vibration just going down the road without having to push the clutch in. I can't think of a scenario to where that would be the case other than maybe a bad pilot bearing. Sometimes that'll do it whenever you go to push the clutch in. It's hard to say, man.
Check the universal joints just because that's the easiest thing to check.
Well, yeah, I'll say this. So Andrew may be onto something there. When you push the clutch in, you are taking load off the car. So there's probably some slop somewhere. Yeah, universal joints. Check that. Sometimes they, when you put a load under them or behind them, they don't tend to vibrate as bad and they act completely differently. So yeah, check that out. Power Glide is what he has. Wiznat has in his car, what Zev has. How important is a wide lobe separation on supercharger turbo Heard forced induction likes wider lobe separation, 114 plus. So, like, I'm not a huge cam guy. Andrew knows a little bit about them. I will tell you this. I wouldn't get too concerned about it myself, unless you just want to. Some people are into that. If you're into it and you want to research it and want to learn it, it's worth it. But if you're not into it and you're just forcing yourself to do it and you don't know anything about it, just put a cam in there you like. And you
find one that makes power, and it's going to make power with boost too.
Exactly.
They don't.
This is like, watch Richard Holdner. He'll tell you. I'm running an XE274 comp cams in mine, and it's not a turbo cam, but it works great.
You're right, they are, but why would you buy another camshaft and maybe get another 10 horsepower out of it? If you're not competitively racing the car for money, I don't see a huge deal in it. Just find one you like.
That's right.
It's affordable.
Yep. So Zeb says check U-joints as well. Drive shaft clocked right. Let's see. Is there any way to get all 4 gears without having to do the AOD shift? Not really, not that I've seen. If you want that thing to hold, you got to do the 1 to 2 to 1.
Silver Fox makes a valve body kit for them, don't it? That's supposed to hold second.
Yeah. Well, we didn't ever really figure that out, I don't think, completely, if it does or not. But check out Silver Fox, because they did have something. What was it called?
I don't remember.
It's called something. Somebody in the comment section, if you know what it's called, the shift kit or the valve body for the AOD that allows it to hold. So Christian says, just want to see if it's worth. Okay, so he's asking this again. All right, so let's try to help out here. You guys try to help Christian out as well. It says, just want to see if it's worth it to spend $700 for a tune plus a bigger mass airflow, bigger injector, or keep my 19 pounds and spend the money on a Terminator X when doing an Anderson top end kit. Okay, here's my thing. Most people aren't going to agree. Save your money on the Terminator X, bro. Just, it's not going to fix any problems.
Like, not having a bunch of wiring issues, I wouldn't.
If you're not having wiring issues, man, just keep what you got. Seriously. Do a Moats quarter horse if you want to.
Leach can tune a Moats quarter horse.
Yep.
Like that.
If you think he's good with Holly, Leach Motorsports, like, dude, he's just as awesome or better on Moats quarter horse. I would just go that route. So Pimp says, Christian, if a Holly Terminator X is even on the list, no question at all, go Holly right away and don't look back. So everybody's got mixed opinions on this. I, for one, don't think it's really needed, but they are a good system, and Matt has really dug in and figured them out, I think, and got a lot of the bugs worked out of them. But it's really up to what you want to do. Either way, you can't go wrong. Lintech has a valve body for the AOD. Yes, that is correct. Dude, I enjoy your videos. They give me inspiration to work on my 90 GT. Have you ever had a code 66 on any of your Fox bodies? I'm sure, man. I'm trying to figure out mine right now.
Probably all of them.
Dude, we've had everyone in the book, man. Every freaking code that you could possibly think of, we've had. Look, can we talk about this for a second? Now, this is more of a rant than anything. So, guys, I get questions all the time. Why don't you pull codes? I don't know how it's said. Andrew, will you elaborate and like help me here, help them understand why we don't pull a lot of codes? So, when you start pulling codes on a car that's been modified, you're going to get every code in the book. It's bad on an OBD1 setup for me. Now, a lot of people will argue that, and they're like, no, they're fine. OBD2 stuff seems to be a little smarter. That's the term I always use, and I have better luck diagnosing the problem. Guys, you'll pull the codes on these cars 1 minute, and you'll have all your codes. You write them down, you save them, and then you come back and try it again, and you'll get different codes. I don't know, but just there again, that's just a rant, man. Where can I get an AOD these days? You should be able to get an AOD marketplace, man. Just ask around. You should be able to find one. eBay, they're out there. I ain't gonna say they're getting harder to find. I guess everything's getting harder to find in a sense, but they're still out there. AODs are good transmission. We have an AOD over here with 4R70 internals, but I don't know the ins and outs of it.
I got one with burn up clutches in it if one of y'all want it.
Yeah, that thing's set out in the yard for like 2 years. Let's see. So Wiznat says that if the wiring is good, just keep what you have. If the wiring is trash, get a Holly. There you go.
I agree.
Yep, I picked up extra power going with a Holly. And it's a smart system. It will monitor and adjust on the fly. Yeah.
I'm curious to know, was it tuned before you picked up the Holly? And if it was, then how much power did you pick up?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're gonna pick up power if you're going from a stock ECU that's not tuned, or even possibly like a chip or something. You're gonna pick up power, of course, because it's being tuned. I've done both, guys, and I've actually done the Mega Squirt. We've done Holly. We've done everything. Ultimately, power is power. Wide open throttle. If it's able to be tuned, neither should make more power than the other. Period. Think about that for a second. All you're doing is adjusting air fuel, and that's it. Timing, right? So it shouldn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, the Holly is a great system. I'm not knocking the Holly. It's just, man, it's a lot of wiring, right? It's a lot of wiring, a lot of stuff that can go wrong. Now, if you're gonna have it professionally installed and you have the money to do it, and go ahead and let them tune it, sure. But you can get some shit with that Holly, like wiring that stuff up.
They usually ain't too bad, but they also aren't perfectly crimped and all that, so you'll still chase problems initially putting it in. We did.
So Keith, my brother-in-law, says he just sold an AOD. It came out of their 65 fastback. Something I needed to ask you, Keith. I can't remember what it was. Something Papa T was telling me. I don't remember. Anyway, I'll get up with you. So let's see. Fox Resto. How many Fox bodies do I have? Chef Shade Tree says. I have what, 3? Yeah. I have 3 running, driving Fox bodies. Andrew has 2. Papa T has 1 over here. And then we have the 65. Andrew's got his Lightning. That's about it. 1K Fox with a sequential gearbox. Yeah. So Pimp says that it did have a custom dyno tune and chip. So, I guess there's an argument to be made there. It is a smarter system, and you can fine tune things. I'll say this. You can probably dial in your drivability a little bit better with a Holly. You can definitely do that. If you have a highly modified car, I could see to where you could probably dial it in a little bit better with that. Let's see. What would cause my 04 Cobra to make a popping sound? Code is popping. Man, I had that issue one time with the car. I can't remember what it was. A lot of times it's fuel related.
Cavitating fuel when you were having it.
A lot of times it's fuel related. If you have big twin pumps in that car, make sure you keep that thing like at least above a quarter of a tank at all times, or else you will get all sorts of popping and issues, and it gets bad. Thanks for the info. It's hard to decide since there's mixed feelings about the Holly. The funds are available for either options. So my local shop is months out for a quarter horse tune. Look, you can get your quarter horse remote tuned, okay? Don't forget that. You can still get this thing remote tuned, guys. If you can plug your computer into it, then somebody can remote tune in, and Leach Motorsports can do it as well. So all the stuff can be done. I would like to ask you why you want to go with the Holly. Like what's your reasoning for it? I'm just curious, is all. Donnie B says, speaking of Lightning, anything new with Andrew's Lightning? No, it needs to be sold. Somebody needs to buy this thing.
I got to post it for sale to sell it. I just don't want to deal with idiots on Facebook that send you 1,000 messages and never have any money to buy it.
Yeah. I can't. Colin Pierce says, T5 or TKO?
TKO.
T5. T5 for me, TKO for him. So there you go.
I like the feeling, the drivability, regular. Like, I like a sloppy T5. I can drive a sloppy T5 good, but if it's a stock car, I say keep T5 in it.
Yeah, it depends on what you're going to do. If you're going to go racing, then TKO will be a little better. Sure. Now, don't ask me T5 or TKX, because that's not even. It's going to be TKX every time. Seriously.
Yeah, TKX is the real deal.
It is, man. It's a badass transmission. I love that thing. How much do you miss the Terminator and any regrets? Cody says. I miss it, but I'm okay. I'm cool. Like, we've got other cars to play with, and it is what it is. But I do miss it. What is the best cam for a stock 87 GT5 speed? A stock cam. This is going to be the best cam. If you want a cam that sounds good, I would say the Anderson B21.
Yeah, I love the sound of mine.
He put, and Donnie B, if you guys don't know, Donnie B works at Anderson Ford Motorsports. I think he's the manager there. So if you guys got any questions on stuff like that, just call up Donnie B. talk to him about it. But man, that Anderson B21 camshaft, we were really impressed with it. Typically, when you put a camshaft in a stock car, bone stock car like Andrew's, it's slower. It loses torque. It just never really gains any more power back.
Mine did though.
His did. That B21, and I'm not joking.
I was not happy with it at first, and we cut the cats off, and it was like, or we cut them small mufflers off, and it was like night and day difference. You could hear the cam then. I mean, the car sounds good.
Car sounds really good, and it runs really good. It actually gained power. I don't have an EGR. You don't need an EGR for sure. Okay, so they're talking amongst each other. My bad, Rhino. Let's see, if you decide to carb a EFI car, will we see a video on how to properly feed fuel return from the carb? Is there any videos out there? So I was gonna carburate the other car, but with it being an AOD, there's a lot of stuff. Even and like Andrew's a research guy, right? He can find anything, and I think he pretty much was like, screw this.
Yeah, I was like,
It's just not. I don't know what cables to get, what brackets to get. I understand low carb make stuff, AED, but we just couldn't like piece together having to have the kick down or the TV cable linkage and setup plus the throttle.
Then you'd find a guy that did buy the $300 freaking low carb bracket, and he couldn't get with the bracket on there. He couldn't get his transmission or TV cable adjust where it would shift right.
Yeah, we just kind of decided not to. But to answer your question, to properly feed, it's simple. I mean, it really is. You can sump your tank. You can do whatever you want to do. Me personally, the way I do it is I just take the fuel hat assembly, pull the pump out of it, and make a straight through design. It's the same concept as like the 65 Mustang. That's what it does. It's just got a pipe that goes down in there with a strainer on the end of it, and it pulls fuel out. That's all you got to do. Pull your fuel out, send it through a filter and into your carburetor. Let's see. I just bought an Arma Outcast 8S 1/5 scale RC, and that thing rips. Worth the $1,500 I spent on it.
1/5 scale. I bet that thing's huge.
Yeah, it's huge.
I've seen an Outcast.
Yeah, the Outcast is it's a shorter version of the Creighton. It's does flips and stunts like a lot better. It's made more for jumping, I guess, or jumping. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they're badass.
We just got an Arma dealer near us.
Yeah, we did. Give us some RC videos. So Rusty Fox Body just bought himself an Arma Outcast. All right, so any of you guys that are into RC cars, what's your brand? Mine used to be Traxxas and HPI. Now it's pretty much, yeah, he likes Losi. Now it's pretty much Arma for me. I've become an Arma guy. And I still like some of the other stuff, but. All right, let's see. Stock fuel system. Okay, so you guys are talking amongst each other. Let's see. Check for vacuum leaks. I definitely respect the support behind older tuning systems. If I had to tune with a Holly, there's more people locally. Yeah, I get that. I can't argue with that at all. There's way more information out there and way more people that are willing to help you if you need your car tuned or need help if you're going Holly. I'll 100% agree with you there. That is something to think about, actually. But ultimately, I don't expect a big difference in drivability. If you're just a heads cam intake kind of setup, guys, I mean, you don't even have to tune the car. I'm telling you, you don't have to tune it. My car was not tuned heads cam intake. We never tuned any of them like that.
They do run better tuned though.
Yeah, they do. But if you know how to do a proper base idle reset and tweak and work around it, and
you won't notice the difference in sound.
No. Traxxas. All right, so here we go. Creighton 8S. Let's see. Hold on. So Mike says base idle reset 94 and 95. Why doesn't it work those years? Any advice? Because from what my understanding is, how can I explain this? There's no adjustment in it because the range I think that it operates from is massive. So it doesn't need it. Base idle resets just don't work on those cars. And I don't really know the ins and outs per se, but you just don't need to. So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. If you have a surging idle, it could still be a TPS issue, but those things pretty much just go on, man, and you just set it and forget it. Last one I bought was an HPI. No, too much fuel pressure for the carb. I'm going with 6 to 9 psi electric pump with a regulator. Okay, to a regulator. Yeah, that's all you need. Hey guys, and another thing, like for a regular street strip car, like a what we'll say like a 350 horsepower car or something, guys, you don't have to have these stupid expensive pumps and stuff. You really don't. A good Holly Blue pump or even one of those cheap ones from AutoZone typically will work for you. You don't have to do that. These carburetors don't require a lot of pressure.
My car probably makes somewhere around 480 to the tire, and it's got a Holly Blue on it.
Which they're still not cheap pumps, but I think a lot of people,
That dude said, I think I'm invisible. I guess he asked a question.
Who? I'm sorry, guys. This stuff goes.
I don't remember who it was.
Mustang guy. No. Mustang guy 6501. What's going on, man? Sorry. I did see you comment earlier. I do apologize. It's hard to try to catch everything. Let's see. Tuning is mostly important on boosted cars. Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. Can I run 10-inch Celine SC wheels on back with flipped quad shocks? Yes, should be able to. Well, I say that the Celine SC wheels have a different offset because remember we didn't have the rubbing issue with the other wheels over here.
You're right.
Yes, the answer is yes, it should work, but just be mindful that you may have to remove those shocks or do a little bit of finessing there. But yeah, it should work. All good, man. Much love from Canada. Going to be building a bottom end of the similar setup to the Retro Fox Supercharged. I'm going to try my luck with the Mega Squirt. Hey, look, man, I love the Mega Squirt. I know that we went Holly and we went, back to Moats Quarter Horse and all that. But guys, I do love a Mega Squirt. The only issue that we had with the Mega Squirt was just could not dial in the idle. That's the only problem we had. And it could have been something else. It could have been another problem we had, to be completely honest.
It didn't really run any better with a Terminator X on a wide open throttle than the Mega Squirt did.
No, and what he just said right there was the point I was trying to make. It's not gonna run any different at wide open throttle. If the car's tuned right, the car's tuned right. Where these systems come in is you do like idle. You have a lot more control with a Holly with your idle over a Mega Squirt. But Mega Squirt's a great system, man. It really is. There's no support out there for it. Hey, man, late to the show. It's all good. I gave up on tuning when I seen 5.0 Tussin run low sevens with E7 heads and alphabet and no tuning. That's my point, Mike. I don't know how else to say it. I guess I can't say a whole lot until I prove it myself. I could sit here and tell you guys you don't have to tune your car, and then you could go out there tomorrow and blow it up. So there's always that risk, running that risk. But I wish that I could really show you guys. I guess I don't have to. Look at 5.0 Tussin. There you go, guys. You want to see a guy pushing these cars to the ragged edge with no like custom dyno tuning and stuff like that. I mean, look at him. It can be done. Let's see. What's Colin saying? Where's that one we just talked? Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, I'm not going to be on much longer. We're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I just want to get on here and talk to you guys, answer a few questions if I could tonight. Overall goal is a supercharged heads cam intake, stock bottom end. So thanks for clearing up a few things with a Holly versus stock system. Definitely best channel out there. Thank you so much. Now, if you're going to be supercharging the car, obviously you got to do something. You don't have to. I mean, you can run an FMU and a T-Rex pump or something if you needed to. That's fine. But if you're going to be supercharging a car, man, Moats Quarter Horse or Holly, either way, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I have the same problem with a MS3 Gold Box, and idle is absolute pain in the ass to get right. Yeah, they are. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, I do know. There's just not enough. There's not enough control over the idle air control, and all the settings that I have found are just not right. Just not right in here. I never could dial it in right. The minute that we put the Holly on, idle was pretty much there. So I'll give that one to Holly. All right, Keith, we'll see you. Let me know when you want to run the Calypso, Fox, and Yellow Wolf for old time's sakes. We can do that. We absolutely can do that at some point. gotta get. So Kelly's got to get back to her reptiles. You know, Kelly and John have got all into reptiles and stuff. That's pretty cool. I see all the pictures that she posts up. That's pretty cool. Andrew actually had a fat-tailed gecko that it was really. I love that thing so much.
It was cool, but it got eaten alive by ants.
That was back in the day. Yeah, he was. And then he had this turtle, man. He had the fastest turtle. It was a tortoise.
He was watching my tortoise and it ran away. That's no bullshit.
It was fast. I don't know how. I mean,
That
seriously,
wasn't
that thing got away from me. Like I turned around to talk to somebody, and it was gone. This thing was just gone.
Just shove the legs.
Did I see my comment? Chef Shade Tree. No, I didn't. I don't know. Let me check here.
Right there. I see something purple.
What?
Right
Where is
there.
that?
You just passed it. It's the purple icon.
Oh.
So go up. Right there.
It says, Colin, you can go bigger than a B303 with a carb. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, you can go bigger. You know, it's still, there again, it all comes down to piston valve clearance and things like that. All right, well, looks like everybody's, starting to dip, so we're going to go ahead and dip. I think that's it. Anything else we want to mention or say or whatever?
Not really.
Let's see, the car stock.
Sell me your red seats.
Yes, we need red seats.
I want to buy all the red high back seats.
And low backs. We'll take low backs too.
Yeah, it don't matter.
We'll get low backs
high
too.
backs, medium backs.
Yeah.
As long as it's got one.
Fat backs. It don't matter, man. Whatever. What type of heads does everyone run with? Well, you guys talk amongst yourself. Typically, whenever I close the video out, if you don't know, you probably got anywhere from 30 seconds to 5 minutes that you guys can sit in here and talk. Base coat for the Lightning. What are you talking about, Keith?
Bass boat for the Lightning. I don't even know bass boat.
Oh, bass boat.
What kind of bass boat?
All right, well, that's it, guys. Thank y'all so much. We're going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I'll catch you in the next one.